So how was your break? It was nice? Our break was wonderful.
I took a little nap.
So when we were kids in Switzerland, we would sing a lot, with our parents. Our mother, she was a kindergarten teacher. She played accordion, and our father played a little guitar. It was all amateur, but it's just to sit around and sing a lot of Christmas carols during the Advent time. And then on Christmas Eve, we would go our mother we would make lanterns, little lanterns, and all the kids made lanterns in the village. And of course, we had lots of snow in the Alps, and we would wait at home until the church bell would ring on the hill, and then we would light the candles in the lanterns, and all the children would come out of the houses, and the parents, and you would sing Christmas carols and walk up to the church. Beautiful memories for us as children. And of course, there was a lot of, if we were in northern Germany, it was similar, but our grandpa and our uncle and granduncles, they all would make what they call bear catch in the kitchen. That's dangerous. That would be dangerous. They had a gas stove. When they would heat up 2 pounds of honey and 2 quarts of pure alcohol. And mix it very slowly and constantly taste if the texture is right. And then when they were done and would take that hot drink and bring it into the living room, our grandma and grandma, they started the eggnog party in the kitchen.
Then after the eggnog party, they never really had a recipe. They started out with a dozen eggs and a bottle of cognac and lots of sugar.
And we were just allowed to lick the spoons.
But somehow they always got the mixture wrong. There wasn't enough eggs. Okay, more eggs. And then there was not enough liquor in there. So they added more liquor. And then there was not enough sugar in there. So more sugar.
So they're standing around that stove for hours.
And after
and they would laugh.
They would sing funky carols.
But here's the one from Switzerland where we walk with little lanterns.
Lights are now village art and folding out. The valley lies quiet and still. We're sitting and waiting till we hear the call of the bells from the church on the hill. We put on our boots and our coats and our gloves, step out in the cold and the snow, carefully tread and try not to slip, and keep our lanterns aglow. Carefully tread and try not to slip, to keep our lanterns aglow. burning flames of our candles shine bright to show us the way through the night. Hand in hand, we're singing along to the tune of an old Christmas song. The moon and the stars shine so bright in the sky. Our lanterns glow humbly below. From near and far, all the shimmering lights thank the Lamb for salvation and love. From near and from far, all the shimmering lights ask the child for salvation and love.
We just invited Fox 8 every year does this Christmas special, and they usually come to our studio to record a few songs, and we just went there Thursday morning to record one, and they wanted a traditional one, not one we wrote. So. Okay then. So, but they let us choose. They did. It was very, very nice of them. Yes, it was. We do. Yeah, that's right. What was it? Okay. Of course, this is Christmas, and you know it. So you sing along, okay? Will you? Yeah, you will if you know it. You sing along. You will. We changed it, of course. How else? You know. Yeah, that's exactly. Is that a one? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watching over silent flocks that night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds feared and trembled when low above the earth rang out the angels' chorus, thy hail thou Savior's birth. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hill and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
That Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Christ is born.
Which one?
Yeah, we, as children, we would go to northern Germany, and not all the time, but sometimes before Christmas. And then, we would take the night train going up to Cologne from Switzerland. And of course, again, snow, cold. And our mother, she would prepare some sandwiches, little things, to take on the train. And we would wear our pajamas underneath our coats, and we're bare feet in our rubber boots, waiting on the platform for the train to come in. So, and then when the train comes in, we get into that train and we have to, lay in bed, in that little sleeping cart that we had, in the train. It was awesome. It was awesome. And then we peek out the window and the train would zip by these little towns. And
It was such an adventure to go to the bathroom because you have to cross into the next train car, and there was no. It was open, and we were going, 80 miles an hour, and so Mom, it was full of snow and ice and everything, and you had to go through there. It was really scary, and we made it through. Obviously. But so I wrote a little tune called. It's actually here in America. It probably would be a Thanksgiving song. Going home, right? Yes. So the chorus is very simple. You can sing along right away. It's going home, going home, going home for Christmas. All right. 1965 on a night train to Cologne, in a sleeper cabin, brother Mo and I, looking out the window, a dark summer sky, small town stations, Christmas light, and people passing by, going home, going home, going home for Christmas Day, going home, going home, going home for Christmas Day. Should be sleeping, we are wide awake. Conductor checked out tickets, and then it's time for cake. We're wrapped up in a blanket, and the lights are turned down low. The wagon's gently rocking, and up the tracks we go. Going home, going home, going home for Christmas Day. Going home, going home, going home for Christmas Day. Being tossed around by switches in the early morning dawn. Mom says, boys, get ready and put your warm coats on. The ice winds are blowing in the old town of Cologne. Bite you like a hungry wolf, which kick you to the bone. Going home, going home, going home for Christmas Day. Going home, going home, going home for Christmas Day. Going home, going home, going home for Christmas Day. Going home, going home, home, going home, going home for Christmas Day. I think we got one more, right? You see that the thing is that I only do them once a year, so I print them out. But then I found out I can't read them anymore. I've been drinking too much eggnog.
Not enough cognac.
This is a country song they wrote. And it's called Christmas in the Hills of Carolina, or the Christmas Star.
Okay. Right.
You remember how it goes, Jens?
No.
But we already like the B flat.
Yeah, that much we
It's a
are.
B flat, right? The jazz key.
At least we all start on the same note.
So this song you don't know. So don't try singing along. It's going to be chaos. Maybe that's where we got the idea when we were children. You know, our grandpa, for the Moonshine Sonata. You know. Oh my! I'm telling you. And it was so, our grandpa had a little restaurant. They had a grocery store, a little grocery store, little tiny grocery store. And it was serious business. And there was a bar he also ran at night.
Just Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, yes. And there was lots of English, and because it's English troops, they would come in, they were stationed up
Well, there was a garrison right next to it,
Yeah.
and a steel mill, a German steel mill. And
So they all met in that bar of our grandpa. And of course, we always wanted to be in that bar with all these people. The smoke was so thick in there. It's like fog. And then everything's wet. People wearing, big coats. They're all standing there, and our father, they all, getting the beer out and the schnapps and everything. And then as children, we were allowed. We always said, "Okay, can we say good night?" And then they say, "Of course you can." And then we would barefoot, go between all these people, to try to not find out dad.
it was a pretty amazing restaurant, though. It was a gold mine for our grandpa. We had 4 tables in there, and every Friday and every Saturday you sold 2,000 gallons of beer and 500 gallons of vodka.
That's a little exaggerated, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It was crazy, and every evening at 11 o'clock, the police would show up and break up fights and stuff.
Yes, but the only food that they had, for all the people in there drinking, was salted herrings. Okay, and so my grandpa, he made barrels and barrels full of salted herrings. And he said, it's pretty much rotten fish. That's what it is. And so
Fermented fish.
I know. But, for some people that is that it's slimy, rotten salted herring. And of course, we love that stuff as children. Our grandpa, he said, I made tons of this, in my life. I never ate one fish. He was great, he was, long before, he was like a Starbucks guy, he roasted his own coffee, and he made his own coffee, of course he roasted, and, he called it Christmas blend, which of course was exactly the same he had for the rest of the year. He also had 3 kinds, of coffee, the expensive, the normal, and the very not so good. Very different pricings on it. And for all these years, he said, all these people come in, they have a little bit more money. Give me from the best, we have this, blah, blah. And then there's the people, we don't have it. Give me a little bit, from the least, And it was always the same coffee. Because my grandpa said, especially if you don't have enough money, you deserve a good cup of coffee. So he was a good man. We think of him a lot. So.
One of my favorite Christmas memories is that one Christmas Eve, Jens and I, we got a news. We're at our grandparents' house, and they were downstairs, and we had to go upstairs. We had to go to sleep, and we could sleep in grandparents' beds. And they lived right under the roof. And we had gotten for Christmas present watercolor sets.
Little tiny watercolor sets. So we
decided to redecorate the walls.
yeah, frescoes, you know. You know, when we tell these stories, you all have the same stories, don't you? You know, same stuff, you know.
Same stuff, different year.
But there's this song that we wrote last year, I think, is more like except the last show of the year. So.
Yeah, you know, also there's this one story. You know, our grandma was a good cook, and she had the neighbor, you know, she asked, how do you keep your goose so moist? And she said, well, I keep a little bottle of water inside the goose, right? And I lay it in there carefully, and it's just, you know, so the water can evaporate, and, you know, the goose is beautiful. And then she came, and she, of course, she cooked the goose, and she came over, and she was screaming, you know, and my grandma asked, what happened? And she said, well, I put that bottle in the goose, and then I walked out for a while, I came back, I hear something, and then it made a big boom, and the oven door opened, and the goose flew out. And then the oven door shut again, and it turned out she closed the bottle. Oh, yeah, that was a bomb. She built herself a goose bomb. So they all came over to us to eat, you know.
Driving through the night on this old highway, wipers flapping off, pouring rain. But it seems I've been gone away forever. The cities and the towns look all the same. Walking for my folks in Carolina, in the Blue Ridge where the snow turned to snow. I'm heading home and I'll be there for Christmas. Just one more night and one more day to go. It's Christmas in the hills of Carolina. There ain't no place where I would rather be, where the church bells are ringing, and the children are singing, and the Christmas stars shine for you and me. Every mile behind me gets me closer to your heart, the warmest place I know. Christmas is the time to be together. No lonesome traveling down the road. Heartbreaks and the hard times all forgotten, and love will lift away our heavy load. It's Christmas in the hills of Carolina. There ain't no place where I would rather be, where the church bells are ringing, and the children are singing, and the Christmas stars shine for you and me.
stars shine for you and me. And the Christmas stars shine for you and me.
Thank you. I live in the midst of the woods, just like you all do. Everybody in the Appalachian Mountains lives in the midst of the woods, isn't it? Just a few hours away, woods start, raccoons. I have raccoons come on my porch. Not anymore right now, they're in sort of semi-hibernation, like I am. And I put food out for them. I used to think they come for my banjo playing, but they come for the food. I sit on my porch. Not anymore now, it's too cold. But now I have a stray cat. I bought him a nice little house with a warming blanket. And he doesn't go in there.
He goes in the box that the thing came in.
Yeah. So it's very disappointing, it's very disappointing. I put milk in the little house and he doesn't go in there. It's just, but now the raccoons don't want to come because of the cat. You know, all these problems I have. It's terrible.
Okay, I guess that's what kind of second world problem.
Well, no, I put him a little Christmas tree in his little house now. You know? Yeah.
You have to put a goose in this house.
Yeah.
With a firework.
So here's a little piece called Moon Seekers. so much. That was a little piece called The Sermon. Very fitting. It's been now so long. We already, of course, we're going to be at Merlefest again next year. And I think it's our 26th Merlefest or something like that. We only missed one in all the years because we were not around. But since 1997, we were invited to play Merlefest, and we wonder every year why they hire us. But because, first year when they hired us coming from Switzerland, we wondered why would they invite, banjo and guitar from Switzerland? Don't they have enough of that in North Carolina? Because in Wilkes County, I always like to say there's more banjos than KitchenAids. And also people know how to use them, operate them.
Not the KitchenAids, but the banjo.
And the KitchenAids, trust me. To make everything in the KitchenAid. But we played Merlefest, and we thought we might never get to never come back to North Carolina. And then our management started booking a tour for the fall, and we went all the way out west, and we played, I don't know, for about 3 months we were on tour and played 35 states. Not that we saw them really, we just drove through them and played here and there and played here and there. But then we came back to North Carolina before we went home and played a few shows. And then we started recording an album in the winter, and Uwe had started to write this song. And then later, Doc Watson, he invited us to his home, and he was so nice, and Rosalie would make tomato sandwiches. And we would sit in his living room, and he had won the Medal of Honor from the president, and he had it on his little stand right beside where he would practice. And he said, "That's the Medal of Honor." And I said, "Wow, yeah." And he went, "It's very usable." I said, "Why?" He goes, "It's almost a G." And then we played him this song, and of course, he liked it. We once played him a song with a lot of notes, and then he looked at us and said, he didn't look at us, I'm sorry. So he sort of turned to us, and he said to us, after we played all these notes, he said, "Boys."
Orange Blossom Special.
Yeah, he said, "Boys, must be hard making a living like that."
How right he was.
But he loved this song. He would come up before shows, over here in Sugar Grove,
Yeah.
He would always, we would play with him, or he'd come and say, "Make sure you sing the song where I'm in it."
Let's see. All the places I have been to, all the things that I have seen, since I left my home to wander, when I was just 15. Oh, the travel was easy, still sometimes the road got rough. By the time that I turned 35, I thought I'd seen enough. But for me to settle down a while was not what God had planned. So one more time, I left my home with my suitcase in my hand. And the journey took me far and wide, across the deep blue sea. And now I know since I've been there, where I was meant to be. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, I've seen the desert blue. Drove the younger sideways beneath the prairie moon. If the picture in my mind I see and think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. hills of Carolina, folks have opened up the door for the first time in my life. I'm not a stranger anymore. I've seen sunsets on the ocean, I've seen the desert blue, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie. Yet the picture in my mind I see, I think about it all, is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. love's long, lonesome night. Goodbye is too good a word for you. I just ain't fairly well. I'd say you treated me unkind. Lovely woman, I don't mind that we just kind of wasted all that precious time. So don't think twice, it's alright.
We already played our second encore. Because by the time we get to the second encore, we're usually too tired to actually play something nice. So we try to do it nice today. Right?
How's your hand there? No, this is, I want to say that, you know, I want to say it while we're still all awake. No, we're so blessed with the Kruger Brothers. We had another year that we could perform and travel and play our music. And but the most important part is that you come to concerts, you support us. If you would not be here tonight, we wouldn't be playing here. It's true. But we hope. I really want to thank you for being our friends. You know, to come to our shows, be with us on this journey, and really appreciate you very, very much. And we hope to see you next year again, healthy, happy, all good.
The next time we're close by, I think it's going to be at the Ash Civic Center. I think it's January or February? January.
It's on our website. We're easy to find. www.KrugerBrothers.com.
The only concert hall where the dressing rooms are bigger than the hall. Yes?
Oh, Joel is something, I'm telling you. We've been on the road with Joel for so many years. Since 1989.
Yes.
Since 1989, Joel is always with us, you know, on all the shows. No, once this lady came to us, we played in Dollywood many years ago, and she came to me and said, "Now you and your brother, you're good. But that fella there in the middle," he was still sitting in the middle of that. That fella there in the middle, now he's funny.
They used to let me talk more.
You're free to sing, you're free to talk. What do you want to say? If there's something you want to share with us.
Happy to be here with you all.
Exactly.
Happy to be your neighbor. Love you
No.
I think it's been easy 35 years sitting between these two guys.
There's one request that Jonah had, and actually.
We gotta do it.
I would do that one.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now then we have another one that he has a request, so we're lucky. So yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, his tunes is
I heard you when he says,
it's a
uh-oh.
warning sign. Can we look it up?
No. This is, you can see this is all unprepared. It's not even good acting.
Jonah pretty much joined our band this year is absolutely amazing. We know him since he was 9, and just watched him grow. And a few years ago, he went up to Virginia, and this spring he finished his master's in music and jazz, actually on bass. And ever since he finished school, we get to spoil him. And he spoils all of us with his absolutely amazing talent. I'm so happy that he's here. He spends a little time with the Kruger Brothers, Jonah Horton. You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. We forget the sun in his jealous sky when we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze so high among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell and her hair came down. They walked in fields of gold. Will you be my love? Will you stay a while among the fields of barley? You can tell her, son, in his jealous sky we walked in fields of gold. Watch the west wind move like a lover's soul among the fields of barley. Watch your body rise when you kiss her mouth while you lay in fields of gold. I never made promises like me, and I know that there were some that were broken. Yet I know in days that left we will walk in fields of gold. Yes, we walk in fields of gold.
you remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. We forget the sun in his jealous sky. We walk in fields of gold. Yes, we walk in fields of gold. Yes, we walk in fields.
We're hoping we can play more. We also want to say thanks to our sound engineer. It's not our sound engineer, but it's our colleague, our friend. We've traveled with him for 8 years now. He's just been with us to Europe. We're going to be in Europe again in February, and we're going to go. We already just have the entire, to Canada. We have all these tours in Oregon and everywhere. And Jonah just committed to all of them except one, I think. So, but our sound engineer, David Spears, we call him Peabody. He's a wonderful dear friend. Please give him a big hand. Christmas is the time, when we were teenagers, we were once homeless. We were roaming the streets in the winter, not in the summer. We lost our home really pretty much, when we were 17 and 18 years old, and we lived on the streets in Europe, and we tried to sleep on trains because they were heated. So we bought Euro passes, and we traveled all around, and everybody who was homeless or didn't have a home had a different reason for it. All the friends we had, there was Big Jim. He came home from Vietnam. We met him, and he came home from it, and he just couldn't find back home. So he just took his guitar and played on street corners, and we learned so many beautiful songs from him. He was the most soft-spoken, most wonderful human we ever met on the street. But then there was also Phil. He was an art painter in England. He actually painted a lot of the royalty, for their castles, for their paintings. He was one of these really great artists. And he came home and he had lost his family in an accident. And he took his little banjo from the wall. He never returned home, just lived on the streets, just couldn't go home. And so we met all these people on the streets, and we were kids. And they took us right in. We would meet some in restaurants somewhere where the buskers and the homeless would hang out, in Paris somewhere. And they would tell us, where we could play, and the police wouldn't catch us. And some people knew some people that would give us shelter, or Uwe and me would live in homeless shelters or sleep in homeless shelters, and we would tie our instruments to ourselves because we were worried that people would steal them from us. And then one night, one morning, one of the people that worked there said, "This is the last place somebody will take something from you." So here's I just spoke to Cornelia Lamley today. There's a beautiful project next year. We'll have awareness of homeless, and she asked me if I would compose music for the Symphony of the Mountains, and they're taking homeless people and put them into choirs and have them sing with the symphony. I think what a beautiful idea, just to raise awareness, and we're going to be part of this. We're very, very proud of that. So.
Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the paper in his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and loosely by his side, yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? Say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old guy who walks the streets of London? Dirt in her hair take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. The all-night cafe at 11:15, that same old man, he's a-sitting on his own. He's a-looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each cup lasts an hour, and then he wanders home alone. Yeah.